It's funny. This morning I had what was relatively a good workout for where I've been recently, but when you've gone severely backwards compared to where you once were, sometimes even if you have a good day, you can feel kind of bad. And you know, back when I started Kung Fu 9 years ago, I knew that strength training wasn't going to be my number one priority anymore. It was still something I was going to put a lot of passion and time and energy into because I really loved being strong. It was fun. You feel almost superhero-ish. Like it's fun to be able to move things that other people think are really heavy and to be able to move people really easy and stuff. But the Kung Fu was something I'd always been obsessed with, and now that I had finally found some instructors that knew what they were doing, who were doing the kind of martial arts that I had always been interested in, I pretty much went into it super big time. I was almost obsessive about it, and so I didn't have the same kind of time and energy to put into the strength training anymore. And between lowering the like kind of effort and stuff that I placed into the strength training combined with just the natural aging process, I lost a lot of strength by the time I was 40 and went vegan. So I had already gone downhill a lot. And when I first went vegan, it just plummeted. I did so bad. And then I finally got like my nutrition ratios all correct for my specific needs, and I started making forward progress again and feeling good. And then a few months back, for some random reason, I started doing real good. I didn't get anywhere near like my peak levels as a younger man when I was obsessively focused on strength training, but I did get kind of back into my average area. Like I was squatting and deadlifting about 455 again and using the 140-pound dumbbells on the dumbbell bench press. So for me, that was a good place to be in my 40s. I was feeling pretty good. But then I randomly was gaining weight too. I mean, it wasn't random. It was a direct result of lifting the heavier weights and trying to eat a lot of nutritious vegan food to help me recover better. And when I went over 225, I was like, I don't want to get any bigger than this. In fact, I would prefer to shrink down a little and get back into my comfort range. I've always tried to stay between 210 and 220 for health and mobility purposes. I don't know that my theory is correct, but that's how I've approached life, and it's worked good for me. So I cut my calories back and got back down under 220, and when I did, I lost a lot of strength, and I haven't recovered very well since then. So kind of been in a huge strength slump since I made that decision. And then the last couple weeks I've been doing okay. I mean, I injured the hip flexor, so I haven't been able to do my squats and deadlifts like I used to, but my upper body finally started coming back a little bit because I can still put some effort behind that. I don't have any injuries holding me back. And today I did what was kind of a good workout in comparison to where I've been the last few weeks, but because it's so far below where I was a few months ago, it still felt like a disappointment, which is funny because I should be feeling good. I should be like, good, I'm moving forward, I'm making progress. That's the mature way to look at it. That's the healthy way to look at it. And it's the realistic way to look at it. But there's some kind of crazy thing when you love strength and stuff where you just, I think it goes with everything, not just strength, but like when I was young, I used to be able to dunk the basketball pretty easy and pretty good, and now I have to try really hard just to run up and grab the rim. So anytime you lose something you used to have, it's a little challenging to deal with, and some days are better than others. You're better at accepting that this is part of the process of life, and I have different gifts that I didn't used to have then, but I lost gifts that I had then. I don't have them now. You just accept it. It's all a crazy journey. It doesn't make much sense, and you just enjoy the part you're in at this moment and the things you can do at this moment. But there are times where you just miss stuff from a long time ago a little more than you do on other days, and that happens to me a lot with strength, especially because it was always something really, really important to me and something I really enjoyed and had fun with. And even though in my day-to-day life I have way more strength than I need for most tasks, I still miss it. Like, it was fun throwing 545s on the bar and squatting or deadlifting it, and I miss being able to do that. So it's just the way it is sometimes. And so that's how today was. I had what was a good workout, relatively speaking, for the last few weeks, and I'm happy that I'm making forward progress and that my body's responding well. For some reason, I was focusing on what I once could do and can't do now, instead of being appreciative of what I could do at this moment and just enjoying this part of the journey. So maybe learn from my lesson to direct your focus better and not be like me. And that's all I got for you today.